Matt Gaetz went on Laura Ingram's show on Fox News and had a conspiracy theory to share with the world that we've heard others kind of tout, which is that Biden is maybe not, as wild as this sounds coming from someone like Matt Gaetz, as he won't word it this way, responsible for what's going on, because actually it's a deep state conspiracy to take Biden down. Very, very interesting. And so we'll look at this clip in a moment here. But what boggles my mind about this is, as he explains it, he sets himself up perfectly in one of the parts to make a very reasonable point, and then just absolutely does not make that point. So you'll see what I mean, and I'll break it down in a second. But take a look at this.
Well, things in Washington aren't always what they seem. Consider this. It was Joe Biden's Democrat personal lawyer that was rummaging around his stuff looking for evidence of a crime that his septuagenarian client committed 9 years ago. And then he alerts the Democrat staff at the White House that does the absolute worst thing you could possibly do. They sat on the information. They should have diffused the Trump matter and then inoculated themselves in the process. Then the moment this is leaked to CBS, you have the Democrat Biden Department of Justice appoint a special counsel. And now the big tell is that even Joe Biden's strongest allies in the Congress, like Senator Coons, are saying that they approve of the appointment of a special counsel to criminally investigate the president. Maybe the deep state and a lot of these Democrats have figured out that they'd rather roll with Gavin Newsom than Joe Biden. The Republicans might not even have to help the Democrats take out their trash.
So a number of interesting things about that clip. The first being what I previously said, which is for Matt Gaetz, that's oddly defensive of Joe Biden. Second, once you start looking at the world through a conspiracy theorist lens, everything looks like a conspiracy theory. And that's a great example of it. And then third, and most importantly, how he doesn't recognize, while he's saying all of that, the true point in what he's saying is stunning. Because he said the most telling sign of this deep state conspiracy to take down Biden was the fact that allies of Biden are saying they're supportive or approve the appointment of a special counsel to look into the situation. And that is not a sign of a deep state conspiracy. That's a sign of honesty, of people not being so blinded by their partisanship that they can't recognize if there's wrongdoing, the proper people should be held accountable. And it shows you the difference between the right and the left in this regard. Because what happened when the Trump Mar-a-Lago document story broke? Instantly, before you could even go through all the facts of it, the right wing jumped into action, saying it's political persecution, a witch hunt, all these different things. Evidence was planted, maybe, and tried to cover for Trump. When the story broke about Biden, that is less severe than the facts of Trump's. Still, most people on the left say, investigate it. If there's wrongdoing, hold the proper people accountable. And it's really not that difficult, just to be honest, whenever you talk about these different situations. To Matt Gaetz, he can't even comprehend the fact that you want to instantly, no matter what the facts are, try to defend and dishonestly bend the facts of a situation to defend the person who's more aligned with you politically. And so he thinks, something fishy is going on, because I see a lot of people on the left, Democratic politicians, pundits, saying, if there was something wrong done, people should be held accountable. That's not right, because Biden's on their side, so they should be defended. No, you don't have to do that. And while he was saying that, I wish that would have occurred to him, because that's the real point that he should kind of take a lesson from with this whole situation. You can find me on Instagram, Luke Beasley Official.